Recently, I was here to tell you that the Dangote's refinery, Dangote himself, was planning to play a monopolistic role in the oil sector because of his refinery that is currently on stream. Many lambasted me, claiming that we should patronize homemade products to boost our local economy. Of course, you guys were right. But how can a product that is imported be cheaper than that which is locally produced? Is that rational in all ramification? How can you explain to your children? How can you explain to your audience? How can you explain to your fellow countrymen that a product that was locally produced is more expensive than a product that is being imported into the country? Now Dangote has revealed the price with which he is selling his fuel.
Clarity is finally emerging on the price of petrol from the long-awaited Dangote Refinery. In a recent announcement, the refinery disclosed that its petrol is sold at 990 naira per litre for trucks and 960 naira for ships. According to a statement signed by the Group Chief Branding Communications Officer, Anthony Chejina, the refinery commenced sales of these prices without clarity on the exchange rate it will use in the payment of the crude purchased. Dangote also claims that any oil marketer that sells petrol cheaper than the price it offers is importing substandard products. The price revelation came as the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, alleged that petrol from the refinery is more expensive than buying from other sources. Now, BKO, now that we know about the price of the products from Dangote, and earlier on there were arguments concerning pricing from IPMAN, from Petroan, but can we say now that the matter has been sorted and settled?
Which matter?
Now that we know the price, the issue with IPMAN and all of, can we?
The issue is not simply the price. The issue is not simply the Dangote disclosing price. It's not, marketers were not simply asking for price.
What are they?
Nigerians demanded for price. I remember coming on this program to say, okay, you said that was not the price you sold to NNPC. Name the price. Since September, this is the first time Dangote is coming 2 months after to say, okay, this is the price. I've said before that there are trust issues between Dangote and the marketers. Dangote has to squash these trust issues. Attacking the people who are going to patronize you is not the solution. You've got to make them feel comfortable to do business with you. And whether we like it or not, because some Nigerians are incurable optimists, both Dangote and marketers and NNPCL, they are in business. They want to make money. The refinery was not built as a form of charity. No,
philanthropy. It's for business.
There is a need to make money. There is a need to pay debts. Debts, hefty debts incurred building the refinery must be repaid. So those who thought that local refining will crash prices, we warned at that time that this was unnecessary optimism, but people didn't listen. Now the frustration for the ordinary Nigerian is, okay, what is going on? If local refining cannot guarantee lower prices, what have we gained? Why the excitement in the last 1 year that the refinery will kick off? Well, we told them. And the second thing, if you remember on this program, because somebody went on TV to say there's no reason why Dangote Refinery its product should be more expensive than imported. I came here to say it's possible for product from Dangote Refinery to be more expensive than imported one. And that is a fact. Because Dangote is relying on the Nigerian crude.
Which is more expensive.
The Nigerian crude, Bonny Light and Brent, they are naturally more expensive than other grades of crude oil. Let nobody deceive you. And there's no country that I know that relies on one grade of crude oil or of petrol, because they have different grades. We have WTI from Texas. It is much cheaper than our own. We have Dubai. We have crude oil produced in Russia. So if you are buying from Dangote, that is the Lamborghini of the industry. That's the way I would describe it, because that is the best. If you are buying from Nigeria, Nigerian crude,
yes,
it's the best. Other countries buy Nigerian crude to blend
with other
dirtier crude. It's not Saudi Arabia, for example, you cannot say that their crude oil is as good as our own. But they are market leaders. People still buy from them. I can tell you that if NNPC's refineries were to start working today, they will import crude and then still use our own to blend. That is the way you can make money. I don't know who is advising Dangote. I'm not an oil expert, but the things I know, I already know. This is the fact. If we bring today's pricing template, you will see WTI is the cheapest.
Yeah.
You will see Brent. You will see Bonny. You will see the price of our own, sometimes up to $5 to $6
difference.
What are we talking about? And if somebody refines based on the most expensive strain of crude oil, do you expect that the ones that are not of that grade will not be cheaper? Of course, it will be cheaper when you are talking about volume now. If somebody is buying at $20, let's say $20 per barrel. This is just an illustration. Somebody is buying at 26 because of the different grades of the crude oil. By the time you buy in volume, the difference will be
massive, I know.
So this is the thing. Some marketers are telling me that the difference between the imported variant and the locally refined is between 50 to 100. What do you then do about that situation? To solve this problem, Dangote must import crude oil from Russia, crude oil from UAE, and other places.
To make profit.
WTI from Texas, bring them, blend with what you have. So all of this, because our own crude oil is too light. Those who are blending it, look at Saudi Arabia, because when they talk about as if importing is a crime. Importing is not a crime. Saudi Arabia has 5 refineries. They are a much bigger oil producer than Nigeria.
And yet they import.
But they still import. The other day I was talking, even from Nigeria they import. They import from Nigeria, they import from UAE. They import all over the place because they are looking for much more sufficiency and energy security. Does America not import?
Yes, they do.
Are you going to say that Saudi Arabia, that they don't have sufficient? They produce sufficient, but they still import. At the end of the day, when you look at what is going on, it's about the interest of these people, not the interest of the ordinary man. And what Nigerians want to see is that this constantly rising prices of petrol must stop. Nigerians, because this is not what they expected. Although we said it at that time that they should not expect a crash in prices because there's local refining. Because oil, the price of oil is globally benchmarked. So you do not expect that it will be cheap. I don't know where the idea came to Nigerians that once Dangote start producing, then some were even suggesting that it will come to 200 naira per litre. What kind of... I don't understand. Now, what Dangote does not need to be dressing down these people. If you want, as I've said it before, reduce your own, crash your own price. If you do not crash your price, no one can tell them not to go and get petrol where it is cheaper. All this talk that is substandard. Oh, substandard, but across the world we have leaded, unleaded, premium leaded. It is globally accepted that crude oil and even petrol will never be the same grade.
The same grade. But looking at, still talking about the issue of substandard, looking at the statement, he said that the regulator, NMDPRA, does not have the laboratory to check for substandard products. How do you react to that?
He should use his laboratory to check.
Can borrow his own.
We can borrow his own to check. You see, the thing is...
He should stop attacking the regulator.
Yes.
There's nowhere that is done. You are attacking the regulator and you want their support. He should stop this. I don't know who advises him. If someone that I like so much and he knows it, you don't need to attack the regulator in the marketplace. You don't need to do that. So because you still need,
we all know,
they are buying.
We all know that to crack 1 liter of petrol, PMS, that's why it's called premium motor spirit. It is the highest and finest product from crude oil.
From the crude.
And it's the last. So that's why in the last 28 years, Dangote is the first to crack petrol for us. The last time we had PMS in Nigeria, locally, was 28 years ago. And to crack 1 liter, according to experts, and if you Google it, you will see, is between 700 and 800 naira. That's what it costs to produce 1 liter.
1 liter.
So by the time you add some other cost to it, I mean, I'm not saying 1 barrel, 1 liter. You can fact check this. So by the time you now add storage costs and what have you, now Malam Dangote is telling us that he has 500 million liters, so come and buy. You see, I will only go to where I know I can get it cheaper. So it is the problem of the former DPR, now NMDPR, to ensure that whatever they are bringing into Nigeria is not substandard. Dangote is even suggesting to us that they are setting up some blending plants.
He talked about exactly
near his refinery where they want to be bringing.
And he said the marketers are aware.
See, the thing is, you want this market. See, the problem is, my MJ and Jide will not drive into Dangote to go and be buying this thing. You need these marketers.
It's those people.
So, you need them.
Ipman.
Yes.
Because they have more outlets than
they have more outlets. You see, the point is, these Ipman guys, they have invested in tank farms. A lot of them, they have tank farms.
The Ranos, the Shafas.
The Ranos, the Shafas, for the past 28 years, they have been helping us.
Yes.
They are going to, I mean, those investments now are going down the drain. So they must recoup their money from and they are telling you, our tank farms are there, we are not going to be using it. Some of them have not finished paying their loans. And we are saying you don't want to give them concession. Okay. Even if it is 1 naira or 2 naira, you give them.
You can't even say they should not import.
You can't say they should not import.
Nigerians are just interested in buying petrol at a price that won't break their pocket. Yes. Now that we know the price Dangote is selling, how much should premium multi-spirit cost? At the filling station. Should they still buy at over 1,000?
Okay, now the marketers are saying the landing cost now is about 800 naira.
Okay.
The landing cost, that's imported.
For imported.
Yeah, imported.
Yes. Okay. By the time they had all of the
arbitrage and all
the costs, like insurance, storage costs, and retail costs.
Retail costs.
Yeah.
They are saying that it will be cheaper than NNPC's price, cheaper than Dangote.
Yeah.
That is what they are saying. And vessels laden with imported AGO, imported PMS, they are already in the country. So these guys will sell. If Dangote does not find a way to get them to come and be patronizing him,
They'll look elsewhere.
the potential of that massive refinery will not be realized. You have to find a way to come together with these people. I've been saying this for weeks. They need to trust you. They need to trust you.
You can settle.
They need to be sure that, okay, you set to them at this rate on a consistent basis.
Okay.
They don't want fluctuation. And they want product availability. They are saying that a lot of their colleagues have even closed shop at this time because fuel is too costly. So whatever will bring down costs, they will be happy. It's about a business interest. You have your interest, they have their interest. Find a common ground. Find a common ground with these people so that they can patronize. How do we have this kind of the refinery and people are more comfortable with importing? And they are saying, no, see, even if you say, okay, what they are importing will never be as good as what Dangote produces.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a 21st century refinery.
Yeah.
With the best modern technology. The product of this refinery will be better than what you can think of. You saw when I paraded Dangote's products the other day. If they told you that this was diesel, you will not believe because diesel just looked just as clean.
Water.
Like kerosene, yeah.
Cleaner than kerosene. Diesel was even cleaner than PMS. So nobody is contesting that quality. But in the world where we live in, grades, crude oil and petrol, they are different grades. We have to accept that. And these people have been imported, they've been importing since the 90s.
They have invested in tank farms.
That is what Nigerians have been using.
Yes.
All right. Just in 30 seconds, do you believe Ipman saying that they can actually sell petrol cheaper than what Dangote is offering? Do you believe that they can do that?
Well,
just in 30 seconds.
I think they can do it, but then it's also a challenge to Dangote now that, thank God, I mean, it's not going to be a monopoly. And by the time NNPC comes on stream with his own business, so we have several options. So at the end of the day, it's better for Nigeria.
They told you the landing cost.
Yes.
So if the landing cost is roughly around 800, you should know that it will be cheaper. And because he knows that it will be cheaper, that is why he says, that anybody who is bringing it in, anything cheaper than my own must be substandard. See?
So it's all about the market.
Petrol and crude oil across the world will never be of the same
quality. Yeah.
That's why they ask you which one you want to buy. Do you want to buy WTI from Texas? Do you want to buy Brent? Do you want to buy
unleaded or leaded?
Even in our country, the oil feeds are named because what you get from Agbami, for example, or what you get from Escravos, they are not necessarily going to be the same.
True.
So this is it. Now knows what it is an ongoing story, and we'll continue to monitor. Exactly. Our desire is for them to achieve a kind of.
Nobody's envy Dangote Refinery. The same pattern he used with Smith is the same pattern he's trying to use with these fuel products. You understand? So we cannot see this abnormality and keep our mouth shut. It is not done anywhere. How can the locally produced products be more expensive than imported one? Allow the marketers who feel that importation will be better for them to import. Nobody should be compared to patronize Dangote. It should be a free market. Of course, that is why it has been deregulated. You understand?